Welcome back, FilmBugs, to another exciting journey into the world of film and entertainment. I'm your host, Lila Filmington. I initially planned to share 10 fun facts about one of my favorite movies, School of Rock. However, one night while browsing for a film to watch, I stumbled upon the 1997 remake of 12 Angry Men, not the original 1957 version with Henry Fonda, but the one starring Jack Lemmon, Charles in Charge, Tony Soprano, Bubba, and most notably, George C. Scott. For those who have been following this channel, you might remember our segment on 10 times George C. Scott lost his shit from the movie The Exorcist 3 last year. If you missed it, you could check it out via the link above. Seeing George C. Scott in a movie titled 12 Angry Men was irresistible. I mean, who wouldn't want to witness this volcano of rage and action? And baby, let me tell you, it did not disappoint. So today, we're bringing you the second installment of 10 times George C. Scott lost his shit. This time, featuring in the 1997 remake of 12 Angry Men. But before we dive in, let's provide some background on this film. Directed by William Friedkin, it's no surprise that the legendary George C. Scott is part of the cast. The film features an impressive ensemble, including Hume Cronyn, Ossie Davis, Courtney B. Vance, Dorian Harewood. Look at that handsome man. Armin Mueller-Stahl, Edward James Olmos, William Peterson, Mary McDonnell, Tyrese Allen, and Douglas Spain. This made-for-cable television remake of the 1957 classic revolves around 12 jurors who are quick to condemn a Latino youth on trial for murdering his father, without thoroughly reviewing the evidence. Juror number 8, played by Jack Lemmon, however, votes not guilty, setting the stage for intense deliberations about the boy's guilt or innocence. The movie, aptly titled 12 Angry Men, features a group of jurors, all prone to snapping and throwing tantrums. However, no one expresses this rage better than the legendary George C. Scott, which is why this episode focuses on his powerful scenes of rage. All right, let's dive in. The first one is Guilty Flip-Flop Snap. This occurs when juror number 5, Harewood, has a change of heart after considering new evidence, switching his vote from guilty to not guilty during the secret ballot. Juror number 3, Scott, is not having it.
That is the most sickening. Why don't you drop a quarter in his collection box?
Up next is the scene where juror number 8 discusses the speed of the L train. He notices juror number 3, Scott, and juror number 12, Peterson, playing tic-tac-toe, so he rips the page and crumples it, which of course sets off our guy George.
Come on, now sit down. That's all we need is a fight. Did you see him? The nerve. This isn't the game. Who's he think he's dealing with?
The third instance is, he's got a burn. After Lemmon showed that the old man took far longer than 15 seconds to reach the door amidst all the commotion and convinced another juror to vote not guilty, George flipped his lid. Well, for the third time,
People, every one of you knows he's guilty. He's got a burn. We let him slip through our fingers.
our fourth George outburst is love your underprivileged brother weak. This occurs when juror number 11, Olmos, changes his vote from guilty to not guilty after discussing the defendant's lawyer's lackluster defense. Meanwhile, juror number 7, Danza, is whinging about the time again.
Somebody's heart is starting to bleed for this punk little kid, like the president just declared love your underprivileged brother week or something. Listen to me, I want you to tell me why you cheat.
At number 5 is Mr. Reasonable Doubt. Right after juror number 11 changes his stance, George demands an explanation and spits a few brimstone-laden words on the matter.
Words. Look at the knife. The kid you just decided is not guilty was seen ramming that thing into his father. Well, look at it, mister. reasonable doubt.
Before we continue to our last 5 scenes where George really lost it in the movie, we have a runner-up. This moment isn't quite a full tantrum, but it's sarcastic and funny. We're calling it J. Walter Thompson.
J. Walter Thompson, or James Walter Thompson, is an American advertising pioneer.
Thanks, Jimmy. After juror number 12, the ad guy switched his vote to guilty and other events transpired. George, despite celebrating this small victory, made some sarcastic remarks about him.
J. Walter Thompson over here has been bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball. Oh, wait a minute, you don't have to cry. I apologize. On my knees.
Next up is sunglasses. During the discussion about the lady witness's glasses, George lost his temper and ranted.
You know these things. You don't know what kind of glasses she wore. Maybe she was farsighted. Maybe there were sunglasses. What do you know about it?
The next one is the self-appointed public avenger emerges after his previous outburst, passionately arguing against letting the boy slip through their fingers. This prompts Lemon to label him as such, much to the displeasure of George. But let's allow Mr. Scott to take it from here.
You walked into this room, you've acted like a self-appointed public avenger.
Shut up.
You want the boy to die for your own personal reasons, not because of the facts. You're a sadist.
Kill me. Kill me.
You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?
Number 8 on our list is Stabby Demo. This is when George attempts to demonstrate how the defendant stabbed the victim, but insists on a volunteer. Lemon steps up. George shocks and startles everyone except for Lemon, as he convincingly almost stabs him.
Hey, come on.
Calm down.
The penultimate rant on our list is She's Gorgeous. It's the scene where they discuss the lady witness not wearing her glasses when she claimed to have seen the defendant commit the crime. George responds sarcastically, which quickly and easily escalates into a major tantrum.
Never wore them out of the house so that everybody would think she was gorgeous.
Our final entry in the 10 times George C. Scott lost his shit list is the finale rant. While everyone else was convinced of the defendant's innocence, our old angry George wasn't. He unleashed a tirade that lasted about 10 minutes or more. It felt like he went through all 7 stages of grief in one scene. Since this already contains spoilers, we won't reveal too much by showing the entire scene. Instead, we've selected the best parts and shuffled them. Here's the clip. We hope you enjoy.
Lousy bunch of greedy hearts. Or the knife what? Just because he found one just like the old man saw him. A knife. Falling through a hole in his pocket. What do you want? That's it. Why am I the only one who sees? I can sit in this goddamn room for a year. The woman testified in court. Has been twisted and turned in here. On the stairs. What difference does it make? How many seconds it took? What is the difference? I don't care. What kind of a man that was? It was his father. Jesus. God damn rotten kid.
And with that, may George C. Scott's remarkable and entertaining rants and rage live on forever. And that wraps up our video. We hope you enjoyed this second installment of the 10 times George C. Scott lost his shit. All the clips in this video are used purely for critique and educational purposes. As always, we appreciate everyone's support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click on that bell icons for future notifications. Until next time, my friends, this is Lila signing off. Au revoir!
So you change your vote. That is almost sickening. Why don't you drop a quarter in his collection box? This isn't a game. Who's he think he's not over? I'm on an apology. Oh, now, listen. What are you talking about? We're all going crazy in here. This kid is guilty. Why don't you pay attention to the facts? I mean, tell him, will you? This is going to be a goddamn joke. I mean, everybody's heart is starting to bleed for this punk little kid like the president just declared Love Your Underprivileged Brother Week or something. Listen to me. I want you to tell me why you changed your vote. Come on, give me reasons. Reasonable doubt. That's nothing but words. Look at the knife. The kid you just decided is not guilty was seen ramming that thing into his father. Well, look at it, Mr. Reasonable Doubt. Still, listen to me, people. I've heard all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake. You come in here with your sanctimonious talk about slum kids and injustice, and you make up a lot of wild stories, and all of a sudden you're getting through to some of these little old ladies in here. Well, you're not getting through to me. I've had enough. What is the matter with you people? Every one of you knows he's guilty. He's got to burn. We let him slip through our fingers. I'm one of them. For this kid, you bet I would. Don't start with me now. Shut up. Kill him. I'll kill him. You what? People in here so goddamn stubborn. We'll never get this done. We'll be here for a week. Well, come on. You're the leader of the cause. What about it? We went over it again. J. Walter Thompson over here has been bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball. I apologize. On my knees. Come on. She had marks on her nose. I'm giving you that. From glasses. She never wore them out of the house so that everybody would think she was gorgeous. You lousy bunch of bleeding hearts. Well, you're not going to intimidate me. I am entitled to my opinion. I can sit in this goddamn room for a year. Somebody say something. Look, why don't you take all that stuff about the old man who lived there, who heard everything? Or the knife. What? Just because he found one just like it, the old man saw him on the stairs. What difference does it make how many seconds it took? What is the difference? Every single thing. The knife falling through a hole in his pocket. You can't prove he didn't get to the door. You can hobble around here all you want, but you can't prove it. I'm telling you, every single thing has been twisted and turned in here. The business about the eyeglasses. You don't know whether she wore glasses. The woman testified in court. What do you want? That's it. That's the whole case. And the whole thing about the boy yelling out. The phrase was, I am going to kill you. And he said it to his own father. I don't care what kind of a man that was. It was his father. God damn rotten kid.